Super Seth has been the talk of the town of recent weeks, and deservedly so, as the news broke that New Zealand's champion first and second season sire has been acquired by Coolmore Stud for a deal worth in excess of 50 million. The influence of Dundeel as a sire has elevated him into the same league as the elite stallions of Australasia, including Schnitzel, Britain Tycoon, Savabil, and I'm Invincible. And now his son, Super Seth, looks set to continue that legacy as one of the most exciting young stallions in the region. Riding this wave of momentum, we were delighted to secure a beautiful Dundeel colt at this year's Magic Millions yearling sale out of the 2-year-old winning Fastnet Rockmare Panna Cotta. And this colt is bred on the same cross as Group 1 VRC Derby place getter Sunsets.
I certainly found that really intriguing, that document or piece written by Bruce on the Super Seth deal. Gives you great insight into, I guess, the economics of the stud side of deals and how that works. And obviously that's why we go to the yearling sales and try and sort of potentially offer these colt prospects. I guess that's the dream position you want to be able to be in with a well-performed colt. So we're going to the yearling sales and trying to put ourselves in that best possible position, selecting on type and pedigree. And we've got to come away from Magic Millions, what I feel was a beautiful Dundeel colt. We have been very selective when looking at his progeny. He was the only colt by that stallion that we purchased at the sale, and thought he was the best colt by far, and got a lot of time for him of what we've seen from him through the early education. But we're obviously a big believer in the stallion and what his progeny can do, and importantly what they can do at the top level. So that's the dream with these colts through these initial stages. But you're looking to try and find those lovely guineas prospects that open up those race types of race options for you going forward. And we're seeing that they do also have a significant place in at stud if you're able to get the right horse, and what they can mean to the breeding industry. And on Super Seth, we thought he obviously, before the deal was done, he was the up and coming stallion that we really wanted to target through New Zealand. So we found and purchased what we felt was the best Super Seth colt in the sale, and importantly, it was the best Super Seth colt out of Waikato Studs draft, who obviously stood the stallion, and we've had incredible success buying off their farm year after year. They just continue to breed horses that compete at the elite level, that are sound horses and have got great constitution. So we go there with great confidence every year to purchase from there. So I think they're two great offerings of yearling colts and prospects to look at, and certainly really pleased with what we're seeing from them through the early stages of their education.
Yes, team, what an amazing deal, for someone so heavily invested in the game. I watch it very closely. This deal for Super Seth being traded to Coolmore from Waikato Stud really came out of the blue. And I suppose it all made sense when we worked out the price. A huge play by Coolmore for a young stallion doing an exceptional job in Super Seth. And nice as a stable then to now be in a position to offer our owners some upside, some opportunity from this record Australasian stud stallion deal. Of course, we went out there on our own stallion data, seeing what a great job Super Seth was doing, and we went out there at Karaka this year and bought what we felt was his very best colt. On top of being a great type, he's off the best farm, Waikato Stud, and he's of course out of a group-winning Ocean Park mare. So he's a horse that is a high probability horse, beautiful mover, just huge action, lovely muscle tone to him, and as you can imagine, paying roughly 300,000 Australian for him, that'll be about 2x service fee for what Super Seth might stand at this year. So, generally you're going to the market, you're paying 5x for the best colts by any sort of stallion at whatever price range. We're paying 2x for what we found was the best colt by one of the most exciting young stallions in the land this year. So, love to play with him. And again, based on our own stallion data. We went out there and tried to find the best done deal colt that we could as well for the stable. Obviously, Gay and Adrian keep making these high price stallion prospects, and we saw through the likes of Super Seth now. But even with Castle Vecchio, Militarized, Celestial Legend, Done Deal doing an incredible job as a sire of size, getting Group 1 winning colts to go to the pointy end of the commercial stud market when they retire. And one thing all those four horses that went to stud by Done Deal have in common was proper 2-year-old form. Militarize and Castle Vecchio, both Group 1 winning 2-year-olds, and Celestial Legend and Super Seth, both Metro winning 2-year-olds in Sydney or Melbourne. So, we've bought this Done Deal colt. He looks sharp. He's a sharper Done Deal than we've seen for many years. And that's believable on pedigree too. He's from a very good 2-year-old family. His mother by Fastnet Rock was a Sydney winning 2-year-old stakes placed, as was his granddam, proper stakes 2-year-old, very good stakes performing family right through this Panna Cotta custard family. So it'll be a bit of fun naming this horse, but real sharp colt. I hear he's broken in, as you'd expect, very forward, very sharp. And of course, we must remember the best 2-year-olds from our yard in the last few years, Lady of Camelot, Stormboy, were both out of Fastnet Rock mares too. So I love the play with this colt. I do think that we're giving ourselves a great chance with the stable he's in to get the right 2-year-old form and then the right 3-year-old form to make himself into a high value stud prospect in future. Two great opportunities, and well done to you both for getting in there and purchasing these two horses. I think they'll be a real value add for our owners and for Tulloch Lodge in the years to come.
Dundee Panna Cotta has made a great first impression, catching the eye of his breaker, Tim Martin, and Gay has been a big fan of this colt since day one. The early reports have been hugely encouraging and suggest he has all the makings of an exciting prospect for the future.
Everyone wants a quality horse. We've got one, probably got more than one, but this is the one that I've identified very early. First of all on the farm before the Magic Millions sales. Then at the Magic Millions sales, I love a yearling that can cop it on the chin. That when he gets brought out 1,000,000 times over, as the Done Deal Panna Cotta colt did, many, many times, people looking at him this day, that day, nothing fazed him. And that's why he'll be a good horse. He's got all the credentials. He's by a multiple group producing sire. He's out of a Fastnet Rock mare who achieved black type. Couldn't get a better mix. And most importantly, the most important for me, is that the breaker has given us an all clear. This colt is fabulous. Tim Martin should know. No one trains a 2-year-old better, and no one's broken more of our successful 2-year-olds than Tim. He loves him. So if you want quality, pound for penny, this is the colt.